I'd like to thank my pops, Andy Landorf, and my lady friend, Tara Saruya, for accompanying me to Citi Field on Thursday and Sunday, respectively. The Metsies won both games, alleviating any doubt I had about Tara, bringing my record to 6-0 at Citi Field this season. More importantly, the Mets have won 4 straight, making last night's trade a huge deal. The New York Mets have finally found a trading partner in the Toronto Blue Jays when it comes to pitchers. In 2012, the Mets traded Cy Young Award winner R.A. Dickey north of the border for a blue-chip, can't-miss prospect, catcher Travis d'Arnaud, and some throw-in pitcher named Noah Syndergaard. Fast forward 7 years, and the two clubs have reached an agreement again. This time, the Jays traded an all-star to the Mets for minor league prospects. Welcome home, 28-year-old all-star and Duke graduate, pitcher Marcus Stroman. Stroman, originally from Long Island, battled against Mets lefty Stephen Matz in some of the most memorable high school matchups ever. Once foes, now teammates, the two have time to catch up, with both Long Island natives towing the rubber for the Metropolitans. Stroman, despite carrying a 6-11 record, has a 2.92 ERA pitching in the AL East. He belongs already. He brings playoff experience, electric energy, and big city swagger. He's exactly what the Yankees were looking for, except he's a Met. Shucks. Back to that throw-in piece from 2012. Noah Syndergaard has become a 26-year-old ace, part 2, made for the bright lights in New York. In order for the Stroman deal to change the state of the franchise, keeping Noah Syndergaard is a must. A big four of deGrom, Syndergaard, Stroman, and Wheeler is close to unhittable. Furthermore, it will allow the Mets to rotate Stephen Matz into a rather maligned bullpen. Adding lefty firepower, along with inning eaters, will allow Justin Wilson to thrive as a lefty specialist. It also makes life easy on Seth Lugo, who can finally settle into his role as a setup man. Despite trailing the Braves by 11.5 games in the NL East, the Mets are only 6 games out of the wild card and 5 games under 500. They're 10-5 after the All-Star break, coming off a series sweep this past weekend. The Mets are in striking distance, much like in 2015 when former general manager Sandy Alderson traded for superstar Yoenis Cespedes. He turned a mediocre roster into a World Series team. It's funny how baseball writers are saying with complete conviction that the Mets don't have a plan. What about securing the best rotation in baseball while helping out your bullpen? This year's team could have quit on numerous occasions, yet they continue to scrap and bounce back. The Mets are beginning to score in a variety of ways, receiving contributions up and down the order. Now is the time to go on a run, and the Mets are primed for a late-season push. While other teams begin to falter in August and September due to arms breaking down, the Mets have received new life. Mickey Callaway is turning into a legitimate manager, proving he's capable of making the proper in-game adjustments. Could BVW get the last laugh, especially if he keeps Syndergaard? Right now, all bodes well for Van Wagenen. Will he stay put or be a jerk? If he doesn't do a thing, he'll be able to smirk at every baseball insider, radio host, and fan that has done nothing but rag on him. Keep Thor, and I'll build you a shrine. This is Greg Landorf, and that was New York Sports and Rhymes.